Here we go. Race 1. We might do race 2 because the strength of field is on Saturday. So that's the standings. So remember those. There'll be a quiz later. Anyway, starting P4 on the grid. Spear starting P6, I think. Right behind me. Should be interesting. 8 of us here. See what we can do.
Green, green, green.
Not sure I'll be able to stay with any of these fast guys. Come on, let's catch him.
My tires destroyed him out.
No. Well, it's not good news. Spears had an incident. Chase also out. Does that mean Spears got a pit? He'll get a freebie from Chase. Well, we lost the top front three. They're probably too quick for me. And if I overdrive to try and catch up, I just lose even more time. Simeone and John behind, I don't know. Don't know either of those two guys if they're... whether they're quicker than me or not. Whether they've made mistakes up to now and that's why they're not with me. Just don't know. My aim is to, well, I mean I'm in P4 now, so try and keep P4. I don't know how, I say, I don't know how quick Simeone and John are, whether they've got a clean car or not. So P4 is the target, and then if I get any freebies from the either of the front three, that will be a bonus, I guess. Shame about Spear. I don't know whether he got hit or there was some shenanigans. Cold tyres are a nightmare though, trying to warm the tyres up is a bit of a nightmare. Even now they're not, they're just starting to warm up I think. It's too quick for me that. Matthew, Emmanuel and is it Jane? It's too quick. I can't go any quicker. Give me some wings, I'll be quicker. Too fast there. End up costing yourself more time. I've lost John off the relative. I'm not sure where John's gone. Simeone may be a bit. Well, he's ranked. I rating is the lowest of the field, but can't always take notice of IR sometimes in some of these series because I've seen some really quick guys with a low IR. So I'll keep my eyes on the gap between ourselves and Simeone. We've got a 149 dead, which is sounds good for me. Sounds about my limit. I guess. I haven't written any times down on the board on my bit of paper. I've absolutely no idea. I had a quick I think it was Monday evening. Bill and myself did a few laps here. Can't actually remember what lap times we were setting. Not many laps, just some, just to get a bit of practice in. Got a feeling they'll probably been around the 49 mark. May have been quicker because sometimes in the races you obviously got a bit of err on the side of caution, and in the practice sessions you can give it a bit of more, you know, give it some beans, and in practice you don't really care so much, do you really? You care, but you know, you can just get another car if you've been it. In the race you just, that's it, you're out. Oops, a bit wide there. Wasn't ideal. I think I got a second here, don't I? 10 seconds away now, nearly 11 seconds away from third. Simeone 6.5 seconds behind me. Don't know what his lap times are, but I'm guessing they're probably, I don't know, 48s or 49s maybe. Nah, fourth's no good. I'm just not going to get round here in fourth. So issues for, oh yeah, John's in the pits. I don't know what his damage is. Is your damage race ending damage, or do you think you might get out later on?
3 more minutes. But the way the field looks, I don't know if I'm going to be getting out.
Yeah, I don't know what John's damage is, but he's in the pits too. Hey, Tango Steps. This is the kind of using this as practice really. For Saturday, probably racing the usual Saturday at 2:30. This is normally when it goes official on a weekday, sorry, on the Wednesday before the Lotus 79. It's a Lotus 49, bizarrely. Quite often I do a little bit of yeah, I pressed I don't know what I did. I think it was my fault, Tango says. I think I pressed the race button, the big green button twice, and I confused iRacing, and it wouldn't conflicted with each other. I had to kill resource, restart the computer, and yeah, so there you go. I came back and had time for one quick quali lap, but wasn't really prepared. But yeah, it was a bit strange. So that's why I disappeared, because I kind of messed up. I pressed the button twice, and it somehow had two iRacings loading up, and they were both conflicting against each other. And yeah, I thought best to reboot and try again. Any plans for the weekend? Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I'm off for crazy having all these days off on a run. I know the Americans were off, I think, weren't they, for something day? I don't know what, Labour Day? No, it wasn't Labour Day, I don't think. It was something day on Monday. But we get the late spring bank holiday mixed combined with the Queen's Jubilee celebrations on, so we get Thursday and the Friday off tomorrow the next day. It's quite nice. So yeah, I have to find out have a think of what we're going to do. I'm planning to do this on the Strength of Field race for this Lotus 49 on the Saturday, all being going well. 2:30 is the time. Party? No, I don't think so. Do you remember in the olden days when we used to be street parties? Used to be the thing, didn't it? Everyone had street parties. Whenever there was I think I remember, I don't know if I remember the Queen's Jubilee celebrations in '77. Possibly when I was really young. My mum dressed me up in something, maybe. But I definitely remember Charles and Diana in '81, was it? And they had a street party then as well. Any excuse for a street party back then. So yeah, because of course some places had lots of street parties, because if you was in a either a cul-de-sac or a minor road, you could have street parties quite a lot. And I used to live back in the early 80s, before I moved in 82, and late 70s. We lived in East Street, which is obviously was a road that didn't really get used a great deal, and back then the roads were less busy, and yeah, so we had lots of street parties. I seem to remember when I was young, and you had different sort of activities, and you had fancy dress. I think I won. Did I win or come second place in a fancy dress? I think I came second. Typical. I think I was the Tin Man, I think. Marble box sprayed with silver, I think. Something like that. Anyway, seems to be holding off Simeone just. Maybe. I don't know what his lap times are. But mine appear to be around 49-ish. The top three, though, they're just gone, aren't they? They're fast guys. That's the difference, you see. That whatever lap times they're doing, that's the difference between the fast guys and me. I actually don't even know if they're the ultra fast guys. There might be even guys that are quicker than them, that are like a second quicker than them. I don't know. I'm guessing they're doing like 40, I don't know, 47s or something. Maybe quicker. 46s? Not sure. This is good, very good practice though. Very good practice, and enjoyable actually. Definitely need practice in this car to get used to all the braking zones. Did a bit Monday night, as I say, with Spear. We did a bit of Watkins Glen 49 laps, and we did some laps on the 79 Lotus 79 at Spa. Actually, did we do Spa in the end? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. Whoops. Okay, Simeone's made a I made a little error there, but looks like Simeone's made more of an error. 46, yeah. Speedy guys at the front. I'm doing 49s at best, I think. I don't think I've done a 48. That's probably a 50. Oh no, 49. Oh, so I could possibly get down to a 48 maybe at the best. Don't want to risk too much, but... well, it's difficult, Tango Steps, it really is. It's tough to keep jumping between a lot of cars and having enough time to you know, to have enough time to practice them and get used to them again. And I mean, this season we've been quite diverse with this. I know they're both Lotuses, but they're both quite different. This 49, Lotus 49, obviously doesn't have any wings or anything like that, so downforce is at a premium. Whereas you've got the 79 with wings and ground force, ground effect almost. So it's like quite a bit different. I did the right thing in staying ahead of John and Simeone, I think. Don't know if there's another guy back there as well. But actually, I don't know how fast John would have been. He might have been quicker than me, but unfortunately he had an issue early on. And I don't know if he's still in the pits or if he's quit or anything. Oh, that was a bit of a bit late on the brakes there. Need to try and keep smooth because I get a feeling that Simeone has he can get some good laps together, consistency. He could possibly get in the 48s and start catching me. I mean, in effect, I am with Jib and team.
Beer is faster than you.
Good job. Have you got a 48 yet? My holy grail is maybe a 48 by the end if I can.
Nah, I'm thinking you need to just stand behind Pancree because there's really no reason for me to get next to him.
Oh, you could get next to him if you like. Give him a little bit of rubbing. I hear he likes some close racing, does Pancree. He's keeping me honest. I think he's lapping very similar to my pace. Maybe he can go quicker than me, I think, if he's smooth.
Plum did 48.4 last time.
Oops.
I mean, Pancree did.
Does my Tango Steps, does my overlays say how many incidents I've got, how many X's by any chance? Can't remember if I've set that correctly or not. I'm still trying to get used to the overlays. Just try not to go too mad, you know. Be interesting to see if I manage to get to say P4, being car number 4, and the grid I think was 8 or 9, 8 I think. interested to see if I'll actually gain I rating or not. That would be very interesting. Oh, not first gear, not first gear. First gear bad. Second gear good. I'm not sure what's happened to 7th and 8th. Oh, Matthew, yeah, I remember Matthew Maudsley. He's leading the championship in the F2 series. It's kind of a top championship and then a smaller series for people with less. Is it less than 2.5k or less than 2k or something? I think it's less than 2.5k. Although I think Matthew has now got over 2.5k, but when he started the season, he was less than 2.5k. I think that's the thing. I think I've got close to a 48 up to now. I don't think I've broken the 49 barrier yet. Oh, I have now. That's done it. Don't want to push me luck though. That's maybe as fast as I dare. Get back in my box, I think. None of this 48 lark. Definitely better with the warmer tyres. Still no grip with the no like mechanical grip as such without any wings or anything, but at least you're getting a little bit more grip with the tyres when you first start with the Lotus 49s with the races. It takes 2 or 3 laps or so to really get the tyres up to speed. Yeah, so I did race. I'm not going to spoil it so much, but I did do a ESS race earlier at Le Mans, the European Sprint Series. Did record it, didn't stream it. I may pop it on YouTube. I've just been putting the Lotus races mainly on YouTube. I think I may have done a NEC maybe, or I don't know if I put it to YouTube. Maybe a more on YouTube as well. But mainly the Lotus 49 and the Lotus 79. I've been putting all those, pretty much all those races onto YouTube. So I don't know if I'm going to get lapped this race.
This is about it. I can't make up any more spots.
No, I don't know what happened to, there's a 7th and an 8th somewhere, but I guess they're out.
7th is still running. He was just lapped by the leaders again. Yeah, we all three went off going into the boot on lap 1.
Oh, I did that a few times in practice. It took me a while to get used to that.
I just followed them.
Five laps to go.
5 laps to go. 5 to go. Yeah, so we've got the Lotus 79, which normally goes official after this, which is at Spa. You would think that Spa would be quite popular. I don't know how many people are watching sports or anything like that, which possibly could lower the participation. Maybe there's French Open tennis going on. I think there's one match on still. Also, we've got the World Cup playoff between Scotland and Ukraine, which and there's probably a whole host of other sports going on. And I've noticed when there's like sometimes big races or big matches on sports, the numbers do diminish a little bit sometimes in this series and the Lotus 79 sometimes midweek. A little bit hit and miss sometimes, but generally we, me and myself, maybe try and do this one before the Lotus 79 on a Wednesday, just in case it all goes badly on the Saturday Strength of Field Lotus 49 race, of course. Because you don't get participation unless you at least make it to halfway. And you can imagine in these cars, if there's an incident and you're only lucky enough to get caught up in someone else's incident, or maybe you make a mistake, whole tyres or something will go off, and you can't make halfway distance, then you don't get participation. You only do need to, out of the 12 weeks, you do actually only have to make 8 races for halfway, but I don't know, sometimes you might not have the track, you might not be able to make the race some of the weeks due to other family engagements or something. Anyway, I noticed I got a PB last time round, a 48.5, which was that surprised me a fraction. Didn't think I could go that fast. Keeping the guy behind, Simeone at bay. Looks like he's lapping pretty similar to me. He's probably cursing, saying that Summers is doing the same laps as me. keeping the gap pretty constant, about 9 seconds. Yeah, I got a few few 48s now in. As the fuel burns down, naturally you will start to improve your times. Some of the series, it kind of balances out because you're wearing the tyres out, but these old hard tyres, I think back in the day they used to use the same tyres for a few races running. I think at least maybe multiple races. These tyres do not wear out. Well, they didn't in real life anyway, back in the day. Certainly would easily last a race back in the day.
Two left to go. Two to go.
Aha, so 2 laps to go this time round. Whoops. Few little errors there, braking a bit too late. When you get a nice rhythm, I do enjoy this car. I mean, there are some tracks which haven't really found it as enjoyable. I think Laguna Seca, but wasn't quite as enjoyable, but it was still okay. I think 95% of the tracks I've driven on in this series I have enjoyed and had okay races, you know, for me. So, I mean, this obviously has gone official. I think it goes official if you've got 6 people, and we had 8 sign up. So, but the strength of field is quite a bit bigger. On the Saturday at British summertime, 2:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday, and you normally have, well, anywhere between 40 or 50 sometimes on some tracks. A lot of cars. It's broadcast GREC or something, GRBR. I forget who they're called.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
It's quite a famous, popular broadcaster, iRacing circles. Sometimes at certain tracks it splits if the track hasn't got enough stalls, enough pit stalls for some reason. I had a few races where I had that, and it has split. But normally, a lot of tracks have got the 40 or 50 pit stalls, and the maximum is 50 or 55 for this series. So we've had quite a lot of races with you know, 45, 48, 49 even. There we go, one more lap to go. So a handy 10-second lead over Simeone. Let's bring it home for P4 now. That was my fastest lap of the race. Additional bend fashion right at the end. As I said before, it normally you do get your fastest lap towards the end of the race, because literally your fuel is getting low, so you're running with less weight in the car. Yeah, not too many mistakes. 1 or 2 minor mistakes where I broke a little bit late, I think. Nothing crazy. I want to drive definitely within myself if I can. Not too many crazy inputs with especially on the accelerator. Got to make sure you're driving it as though you've got an egg under the throttle. Right there. And there we go, bringing it home, P4. May even gain myself a couple of I rating. I don't know.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
But,
Great job. You did really well.
ooh, that was a good race. Jim manually can... So yeah, P4. 8 people were due to start. I'm not sure if it all... Oh, thanks, Macintosh. Yeah, I got down to 48.1 in the lap before last, Macintosh. That was with obviously the fuel getting down pretty low. Yeah. Spear had a bit of a moment where he went off lap 1, unfortunately. He looked to be lapping very similar to myself. But let's get out and see what the see what it looked like. The overall. So I'm going to bring up the overall results now, and you'll see fairly clearly that there were 3 guys that were a fair bit quicker than the rest of us. Have a look. Yeah, so there we go. 8 people started the race. One didn't last. Unfortunately, didn't last the first lap. There we go. So kind of before starting position 4th, finished 4th. Not much happened, but managed to stay ahead, which was stay ahead of Simeone and John Chase and their Spear. Stayed ahead of them, and then I think a few of them had little incidents here and there. Yeah, so let's say got the 48.1 at the end. Maybe I was pushing a bit too hard with low fuel, but yeah, a bit cheeky there. Maybe should have stuck to full mid to late 48s at best, but yeah, went a bit mad there, but put it back in its box later on. So there we go. Yep. Gained championship points, 48 championship points. So that's a target for Sunday. Saturday, sorry. Try and beat that. Spear with a 24. I think he'll beat that with a solid finish on Saturday. Spear lost a bit of IR. I gained 3 IR. I thought I might have gained a few. 1743, and they just gained a little bit of safety. Push it back to 4.99. There we go. That was a good race. Good race indeed. Let's save it. Just save it. Just Lotus 49 at the Glen. That's a good race. So we'll maybe try and do that again. So race 1 done. So we've got participation. And going on here, background. There we go. Yeah, so that was good. Good race. Finished P4 in that one. So yeah, we move on to the next race. We'll give it a go on Saturday. Yeah, we'll try that.